your wedding day. Such memories. Your smiling face, the love in her eyes, promising of a lifelong journey of understanding and support. So what the fuck happened? You out the house, she got the car, and you're recovering on your homeboy's couch, or even worse, in your parents' basement. Life after marriage is not something most men are prepared for. Many don't even talk about the issues that affected what was supposed to be one of the best things that ever happened. What now? How does your life start over? It's time to talk about it. The Lame Show starts now.
Welcome to The Lame Show. Life after marriage ends. We are your hosts, Daniil.
Yo.
Drew.
Hey.
Jamal.
Hola.
Goran.
Yo, yo.
And I am Kier. Today we're here to talk about divorce and life after marriage ends. Today our topic is top 10 signs that you might be headed for divorce.
Yeah. Let's speak on it.
Interesting. So
Want me to kick it off?
yeah, why don't you start, Mo?
I'm going to say if you begin to have lack of communication where you're just not getting each other, that is a sign you're heading for divorce.
So that's top of your list.
Huh?
That's the top one on your list.
That's the top one on my list? Yeah.
Nice. I like
Top
that.
one on lack of communication. And communication is just not letting your partner know what's going on. Communication is truly understanding them. Communication is effective when the person who hears your message really gets your message. So if, for example, I have with my wife now, we have huge communication problem. We just speak two different love languages. So I'll give you a perfect example. She was downstairs, baby was in the shower, we paid a water bill. I say, hey, because my wife put our daughter in the tub to shower. I say, hey, we paid for it. I call upstairs. She was downstairs. I call upstairs. I say, hey, were you watching her? She's like, yeah, I got it. We go back and forth. I was like, okay, you got it. And she says, you called me upstairs to tell me that? And I said, I just want to confirm. You're annoyed that I called you upstairs to have a discussion about our daughter being in the shower. Don't minimize how I'm feeling. Nigga, what? What? How did I minimize what you just said? I just was confirming that you were annoyed that I called you upstairs. And now I'm accused of not really caring about how you feel, minimizing how you feel. So that you got to understand each other's love languages. I was communicating with her, didn't yell at her about what the baby was doing in the shower. But she got mad because she felt I was minimizing what she felt.
Well, at least y'all talking. I mean, I think lack of communication, when y'all ain't even speaking to each other and walking around each other, that's even worse.
Yeah, I think I'll say this. I think that what if she knows who you are already?
Okay.
So when you speak to her, she's reading into what you're saying.
Yeah.
So she's reading the unsaid.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, but you know it's true
real,
though. Yeah, it's real
It's real. People read into what you say.
Right. So you're saying one thing, but she's hearing, yeah, the water's on, the bill's going to be high. That's what she's responding to. How do you think about that?
Oh, when I said, so you got mad for me calling you upstairs, she heard, I really don't believe that you get mad about me calling you upstairs. Right. That's what she heard because she said, don't minimize what I said.
What happened was that conversation and her reaction to it was based on conversations in the past.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was supposed to know that shit, right?
You don't supposed to know that shit.
How? We don't keep track of that shit.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
We stick to the topic
present.
and the subject at hand presently.
Present.
We don't go backwards usually.
Right.
Yeah, I like that usually part.
All right, next up, who has another sign?
I got a good one.
Who's that?
My number one sign that you're headed for divorce is one person doesn't sleep in the same. The two people don't sleep in the same bed on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's a real one.
Meaning, oh, I fell asleep on the couch. I slept on the couch. Now you basically sleeping on the couch because you quote unquote fell asleep on the couch.
Oh yeah.
There's a disconnect. You're heading for divorce.
Lack of intimacy.
Lack of intimacy.
Lack of intimacy. Right.
That's interesting, though.
You can't spoon when she's on the couch.
But why would you want to stay on the couch voluntarily unless something is wrong? No.
Yeah. This is
That's a sign.
It's a clear sign.
Right.
It's a clear sign.
All right. Yeah.
So if you sleep on the couch 2 nights out of a 7-day week, is there problems or the person just wants some space?
That's a good
In
question.
the marriage, you
In
want
the
I mean,
space.
2 days probably not as bad, but when you get to like, there's only 7 days in a week.
Right.
So when you get to like 4 days, you done spent half the week on the
Yeah.
couch away from your wife or your husband.
Right. Yeah. I would say to me, I think as a generation, we're growing away from the traditional marriage where I
would
got to
say
sleep
that.
with you in the bed every night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that could be considered a sign now when people just want their space. Because you know who's in a relationship and who hasn't been in a relationship. When you ever see these like choices of how couples sleep together, you see the couple that's spooning. You see the couple that the woman's head is on the guy's chest. You see where it's like two they far apart.
Yeah.
Or you see them ones together where they just closer, just real close to each other. Most of the people that are not in relationships and haven't been in one for a while, they're like, "Oh, I want the one where we on top of each other." Like it's hot in August.
Yeah, I sweat. I
sweat.
sweat. Get off of me.
I'm looking at that and just like, oh my god.
But you know, being in the bed with someone and like whether you're doing any one of those 4 that you just kind of named there, right? But if you're going through divorce, that you can feel that tension in the bed, like you feel like that negative like energy in the bed.
she
Like,
would
it just
kill me if she could get away with it.
oh, it just no, it's just like you feel it, man. Like I mean, when I was going through when I was married and we were going through our separate or we were going through it, right? We still slept in the same bed for a while, but it got awkward in the bed, man. Like she was as far on that side and I was on far on that side as I possibly could until ultimately I couldn't even be in the bed no more. So I picked up and moved.
If you think about it, the bed is like a symbol of intimacy, right?
Yeah.
So if you're either not in the bed or disconnected while in the bed,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. You're done.
It's on that way. It's
That
going down
bed,
there.
that bed is telling you everything you need to know about your relationship.
Agreed.
So what you're saying is that if you feel negative energy in the bed, you should start addressing it because it could lead to divorce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely didn't do that.
Triple OG. I need one from the God MC OG.
Yeah. It's the thing that we hold in our hand the whole time, right? The phone.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So that's a sign you're about to get divorced?
Yeah, let him go.
Yeah,
Let him go
yeah.
on this one. I've seen it.
I'm trying to understand.
I've seen it, bro. Go ahead. Wait. Go ahead, G.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Now, if you in your phone or she's in her phone a hell of a lot more than normal, there's a problem. It's a big problem.
Yeah. I agree.
Yo, you ever been out to dinner and you look across and you see two people that are supposed to be on a date and they
Yes.
Both of them texting.
Both of them
they both in their phones, got their phones up to there, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at these people. I'm like, damn, like yo,
Right.
like y'all,
That bothers me a little bit. I ain't gonna
Hey,
front.
let me ask,
bro, like this. They sitting like this, and they both like,
have you been in a relationship in the 21st century when phones were like popping? Like phones, you can do a lot more with your phone now.
Yeah,
than
no, I
you
know.
did-
Yeah,
you was your
yeah,
in a relationship?
yeah.
Okay, because I think that's pretty normal now. It's like you can put those down when your food comes and engage in conversation. If you're living with each other, you're conversing every single day.
okay,
So
That's a
if you're
good point.
taking time to get to yourself at the dinner table and you pull and you're texting or looking at something online and you put it down, that's cool. I don't think that's a sign of divorce. I think if you don't talk to each other that entire evening outing during the outing, yeah, that's a sign. But two people on their phones,
I think what G's hinting at is that it's one thing if you're spending 45 seconds answering the email, but it's another thing when you're like half
sitting
an
for
hour,
15 minutes,
and then you get home and then you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and everything else, and then
Right.
you go to bed. It's for example, in the beginning, we had a rule where we didn't go on social media after 11. You know, because
Who, you and your wife?
yeah, me and my ex. And you know that was our thing. After 11 o'clock, no phone calls from friends and no social media. That was kind of our time.
It was earlier than that, because I remember calling you around like 9:30. Like, oh, would not pick up the phone.
I was
like,
OD,
he
man.
married now. He don't want to talk to nobody.
I was OCD, bro. Yeah, I was OCD. But once social media got more popular, and you could see that, you know, parties were foaming at the mouth to kind of get to their social media, it went downhill, man. It was like, you know, you'd wake up and middle of the night, someone's on their social media scrolling through it.
Light shining in their face.
Yeah, it's addictive because once you start scrolling, you just trapped, and then, you know, I definitely agree with that. I didn't think about that one.
You know what's funny about that? So a lot of times women complain that their dude is always playing video games.
Yeah.
But women are always on social media. It's the same shit.
Yes. Yeah,
True.
they hate the gamers. They
Yeah, because
definitely.
it's taking time and attention away from the relationship.
I absolutely agree with that.
And women are, you know, have been known to, like we said, connect emotionally, right, with someone else. So once they start disconnecting from you and they get attention from somebody else, whether it's through texting or words with friends or social media DMs back and forth, or someone's constantly liking their picture,
Right.
that's taking their time and energy from your relationship to that new relationship.
Gee, the most important thing you said is the DM. That changed the game. Sliding the DMs.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't last long. Like, have anybody other than myself been the other man? Has anybody else here been a mistress?
And while married,
Hell, anytime. I've been a mistress.
a side dude.
Mistress. I do mistress.
He like that title.
I like that title.
A dudestress.
I'm a mistress.
You're a
I'm
dudestress.
Yo, respect my game. I'm a mistress.
He's a handyman.
Have you?
Not that I know of.
Because
I have.
I've been that guy.
I have.
And you know, you just having those conversations until you smash, and then it declines. That's why you looking off, you know. It declines. So those conversations don't mean much, because that person, once that person smashes, they're pretty much, there's a decline after that of emotional attention you're giving that person.
Mm-hmm.
Because as that man, you know it's not going anywhere.
Okay.
It's shit you don't want it to go anywhere. I don't want to be your husband. I want to be your toy. So
That's crazy.
It's like that it's not long lasting, is what I'm saying. So I don't know if the sign of marriage is over, if it's heading towards divorce.
Well, I guess it's consistency. So if they're consistently engaging with that person, like Goran said, it's taking time away from you.
Well, on this topic, why don't we just move right into infidelity then? Because
A sign that you're heading towards divorce.
that's
Well, that's the
leading
next
right
step.
into this one there. So there
That's
you
the
go.
next step,
There you
right?
go. There's the next step there.
Natural
If we're
drift.
talking about the DMs and we talking about the texts
I
and we
think
talking about the
being caught is a sign, because if you that train will keep going until you get caught, and that person's gonna stay in the marriage, especially if they have children and they're not trying to mess up the foundation or business.
it depends,
Businesses
man.
that you have, huh?
It depends. I mean, it
So-
depends. It depends on the person, and you know there
Like,
are
I don't-
options now. So.
Have you guys known of anyone that's ended their marriage before getting caught and be like, I have a lover now and we're going to get together and I'm leaving you?
Nah, as humans, we're punks.
Huh?
As humans, we're punks. We ain't never doing that.
Man, ain't never doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going to ride it until somebody get caught, and then it's like,
I don't know. I seen a Tyler Perry movie one time, and the dude,
It's like
dude,
Diary
all
of-
night,
dude
right?
kicked his wife out his own house.
Diary of a
and,
Black Woman?
Yeah,
That joint was on
joint.
last week. So,
That's crazy.
Dude kicked his wife out his own house, man, and
he,
brought
had
the side
he
chick.
had a whole family, like,
Yeah, he brought the whole side chick and the family in there and moved her in.
my
I
man
know that's a movie, but
Shamar Moore said, yeah, some guy gave me some money and said, take you wherever you hell you want. Your truck packed up.
I seen that.
yeah, man. I guess it happens. I don't know if I know anybody, but I guess it
yeah,
happens.
definitely how you deal with the infidelity is a sign. If you're
Yeah.
apologetic and you want to get past it, you cut off the mistress, yeah, that's not a sign you're headed for divorce. But if you're not apologetic and you're just like, yo, he was giving me or she was giving me what I needed and you wasn't, you're kind of done. because you're not
It's only a matter of time.
You're not apologetic about how
Well-
you hurt that person.
Well,
You
the
don't give
question is, why did you go to the other person to begin with? And did that issue get solved in the process?
Mine didn't. I like midget. I like little people. She was 5'10". So,
Yo, so next on the list, I got an interesting one for you guys. And be honest here. I want everyone to be honest. So, do some research about top reasons for you headed for divorce. I came across weight gain made the list.
oh yeah.
Do you think weight gain
Oh, but
would be a reason for heading for divorce?
yeah.
On either side, you know,
It could be. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
because nowadays it's tricky to say, hey, you're fat. You know,
I'm not-
It's how do you
I'm not
how do you
saying
delicately say that?
it could lead to that, but I mean, I think that kind of goes back to intimacy, right? Like,
Right.
is it
Okay.
is the weight gain a negative for the other party, or are they still comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
you know, kind of with your body sexually, right?
Right.
So I'm not going to say it's a sign of that you're headed for divorce. Weight gain as a sign of heading for divorce,
Right.
but just kind of the weight gain going back to the intimacy piece. Like, is it a turnoff for the other person? Either way, like you said,
Right,
either way,
right.
male or female.
Yeah, and just to expand on it a little bit, I think it talks about just changes, body changes.
Body
right?
changes,
like,
right.
Not necessarily weight gain. Like, listen, we all don't look like 22, right? I mean,
Right.
when we were all married in our 20s,
Yeah.
even though, you know, all of us have stayed in relatively good health, good shape, you know, still looking good, we don't look like we 22, you know?
Right.
And, you know, that, you know, for some people that could be an issue, right? As you guys age and grow old together, you know, that could stop some of the intimacy and the infidelity and start the infidelity. You know, there's a lot of guys out there, a lot of people I know who have got out of relationships and dated people 10, 15, 20 years younger than them.
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
people
Right.
who
Right.
got divorced and married people that were their kids' age. you know? So it's
Wow.
it's real talk, right?
That's what I'm saying. You know, you go into a situation where you have 4 or 5 kids and she's not the same, you're not the same, and you know, some people look at it as lifestyle. You know, maybe the way your body is now, you're not as healthy, you know, or it's not as compatible to what Kier's saying. It could have a big impact on you.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at as people get older, you know, there's other underlying issues, right? Diseases that begin to develop. You know, I think, D-Right, you talked about it earlier, you know, like prostate issues. As men get older, prostate issues creep up. You might not be able to have that sexual intimacy anymore. Is your partner sticking around with you if they can't have sex, you know? And you're like me, you conservative, you don't want them to go somewhere else.
You might need an agreement.
Right. What are they to do in that situation, right?
Oh man.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
I
That's
guess-
that aging piece, right?
I mean, if you love them enough, you put on a strap on for them.
And that's why I
Wow.
say people are disposable, because there's no such thing as unconditional love, bro.
Anyway,
Unless we're talking about like your children, there's no such thing as unconditional
I
love.
can love you. That doesn't mean I got to stay with you.
There's no such thing as unconditional love.
I
bro.
can love you. Yes, it is. I can love you unconditionally. That doesn't mean I have to be your spouse. I can love you.
so when Drew's voice gets deeper and lower, it means he's trying to convince you. That's what he's trying to do.
It's not working, Drew.
It's not working. What else you got on the list?
So you're telling me that you could love with no conditions on it?
Yes, because the action is love. I want to love this person.
You want to, but
I want to. I don't need that person to love me back for me to love them. I don't need it because that has to do with my happiness. I want to give this person love. I don't want to
I
give
get
them.
that.
I don't want to give them dislike. I don't want to give them annoying. I don't want to give them anything that's bad. I just want to love that person, so I can actually love that person from where they are.
That's true.
You know, so it's not unconditional. There is unconditional love. You can't expect other people to do it for you, but you could do it for someone else.
I think that's the way to put it.
You know,
Like,
you
can give
love
it.
your kid. you love your children. There's certain things that your children would do to you.
I said
that you would still love.
unconditional love outside of your children.
Oh, outside of your okay.
Outside of your children.
Your mother, father. There's certain things that your mother, your sister will do.
Still a
that you-
parent-child dynamic, though, if you think about
sister.
it.
Still love them. Your sister can do certain things. You be like, I'm not fucking with you. I love you. But you stay over there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you love them enough to give them the truth.
Right.
And to stay the fuck away from me. I love you that much because if I didn't, I would want you to come in so I could fuck you up. But I love you enough to say, I'm gonna love you from over here.
Okay.
That's real talk.
All
That's
right.
real talk. I respect that.
How about this one, guys? Finances.
Yes, signs
Yeah.
that you're heading towards divorce. Yeah, because if you can flack about certain your spending habits when you wasn't getting them from before,
Right.
yeah, your ass better start having some consultations
Right.
with some lawyers because somebody's getting fed up with your ass.
Yeah. Overspending,
Mm-hmm.
buying too much, not making the same as you used to,
Lack of ambition.
lack of ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
it
of
could
those
be the
things-
other way around too. Some people got real, some people's tolerance for risk changes, right? Like throughout your marriage, you could all of a sudden want to invest, take all your money and put it into this thing because you think this is the next big thing, right?
Sure.
Everyone now is on the Bitcoin thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a marriage now and you go, honey, we need to get in on this train. This could be our retirement. Let's take 50 grand out of the 401k and throw it into the Bitcoin.
Right.
And she's like, what the hell is this, bro?
Are you crazy?
Like, are you
we supposed to be retiring in the next couple
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, Bitcoin is only for drug dealers, right?
Go on to
But
the
you
treasury.
truly want it. You truly want this. I mean,
Right.
that could create big problems in a marriage.
Right.
Or leaving your 6-figure job to go and start your own business making something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Chasing your dream.
chasing
right?
your dream. Yeah.
You wanted to open up a restaurant in the Keys, but yet you were a Wall Street banker, and now you want to take all that money and go invest in a restaurant and down in the Florida Keys. That's going to cause some problems, man.
Yeah.
But that also goes to what is your relationship like up to that point? Like, does she believe in you? She may just know you're a bullshitter and she ain't gonna go for none of that shit you're talking about.
You've always said you're gonna do something and never follow
Through it. Like that shelf you was supposed to put up in the den, you ain't do that shit yet.
snap.
The wood's still sitting in the garage. Like,
I like
motherfucker,
that.
You don't follow through. That's why I
that
say
goes
no.
back to the lack of ambition, right?
In the marriage, she'd be like, go ahead, go down to the Keys. You'll be back on Monday.
I just want Drew to know everything he just said was was triggering to me.
Wow.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna fix it when I said so. When I said I'm gonna fix it. Why don't you go there and clean them damn dishes? You worry about that.
It's your night to clean the dishes. What you talking about?
I think another sign is someone not accepting your evolution. We all tend to think that the person you say I do to
It's the
is
same
gonna say the
person.
same person for the next 20, 25 years. That is so inaccurate.
yeah.
Yep.
So inaccurate. That
I
person
like that.
evolve, you evolve. So if you're consistently clashing with this person, let's say who's no longer a Christian, or a person who is now a Muslim, or a person who's spiritual now, a person who doesn't want to do their job, the job that you married them doing, that career, they want to do something different. You're
Yeah.
evolving into something, and that person wants you to go back to who you were. You are heading for divorce.
You know what's crazy? We haven't numbered these, so we have no idea where we are. We are just naming off
Name
the,
your top of your head, right?
the
That's-
top reasons.
We're men. We're not organized.
Yeah, we're not organized.
Fuck it, keep naming it. If
How-
we come up with 20, we come up with 20.
Yeah, how about unrealistic expectations?
Yes.
Yes.
That should have been number one for me.
What is oh, you got to Scott, what is an unrealistic expectation?
Well, I don't know, man. Like you just talked about, going into, getting married to someone and what your thoughts are of what that marriage is going to be, or where it's going, or what she's going to do for you, or what you're going to do for her. And you may set the bar without consulting with that other person and having an agreement on what the relationship is going to be, and where you guys are going to take it. And then not only that, but continuously checking back with them and you know, kind of changing that as you go. Because if you just set it, you know, way up here, you may not move in that same direction together.
Right. Right. I was in the Clubhouse app, and I was in one of the chat rooms, and there must have been at least 300 people in the room. 90% of them were women, and they were talking about what they wanted in a man they're looking to marry, and this particular room was saying they want a guy to have a 6-figure income and, you know, wine and dine them. It was all the fairy tale stuff. And I'm like, in my head, if you go into a marriage expecting that, like that's your bar, you're going to have an unrealistic expectation.
Right.
That's not reality.
Nope, not at all.
And I think you have to think about, are you the type of woman a 6-figure man would want?
Yes.
A 6-figure man.
Ooh.
6-figure man is an accomplished man. So therefore, he knows how to do a lot of shit by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to clean by himself. He knows how to cook by himself. He knows how to get his laundry done.
Get the freaky shit.
He knows who to call to get the because they all after him because he got that 6-figure salary.
Right.
So how do you enhance his life? If you get with a dude and he's making 70 grand and then all of a sudden he gets promoted and now he's making 175, 180. How do you fit in?
That's interesting.
That person is now evolving into a boss.
Right.
How about the millionaires? How about
Like,
the
Yeah, the millionaires
Rob
like
Parker
that startup.
How about
Like,
the-
it's like,
Yeah.
Like, now a millionaire. How do you fit into his life? It's like it now becomes,
What do you bring to the table?
and it now becomes you have to mentally learn who this person is becoming. And you don't get a pass because you're his wife.
Got it. That makes sense.
You got to work
Yeah.
too. You don't get a
And then-
pass just like because you fucking him because you had his babies.
Right.
He'll be a father without being married to you.
Real
quick.
He's
Real
going to
quick.
take care of his kids.
Why should he keep you around? Why?
Right.
Yeah. And then people's circle of influence changes, right? So the more money you make, your circle of influence changes. The less money you make, your circle changes. So now you got somebody potentially running in a different circle, being exposed to different things, and may look back at you and be like,
You don't
why
fit.
am- yeah. this him or her dragging me down. They keeping me from going to a millionaire to be a billionaire, right?
Right.
Like I don't give a
You
fuck
holding me
about-
back.
I don't give about no fucking. I don't give a fuck about Tiffany Haddish and Common. Tell me the last book you read. When's the last time you read the Wall
See your
Street Journal?
portfolio.
Yeah, it's like I don't give a damn about that. You gotta, and people be like, that's where you have those conversations. You used to be so much fun.
Right.
I'm evolving, yo. I have fun in different spaces.
Right.
So if you are, I've told women I love you, but I don't like you right now. I've said that because that's real talk. You can love someone, but just don't like who they are right now.
Right.
People have said they don't like who I am right now. They love and care about me. So have those honest talks. If you are unable to have honest talks about where you are and your relationship, you're heading for divorce.
Yeah. Even some men think that nowadays women's going to go to work 8 hours, come home, cook, clean, take care of the kids. If you're expecting to be fed when you come home, that's not realistic nowadays. I know
Not at all.
I could cook.
I can
But did
cook
he
too.
sign up for that? Did he sign up for that when he asked her to marry him?
Of course he did, but did he also sign up to evolve?
Mm.
You know, if you
That's true.
you have to understand that woman. And if you don't notice before you get married, when she's your girlfriend and she's your wife before kids, that is a totally different person when she
Yep.
has children. Totally different. She ain't the chick that says "fuck me" on the hood of the car. It's like, no, we gotta go pick up the babies from the babysitter.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, she's a totally different person. She might have that freaky side, she might have that fun side again, but her priority is
Have changed. Have changed.
Yeah, they've changed.
There you go.
Yeah, along those lines, one that we haven't talked about yet is what brought you to the things that you did that brought you together no longer happen.
Yeah.
So as an example, if you guys always went to movies together, or
Yep.
you did bowling night together, or remember on the Rob Parker episode?
Yeah, I was just thinking about
that. Me too.
referencing that one. The
Softball.
softball joint. Yeah, I was just
Right.
thinking about referencing Rob. Yeah.
So when those things stop happening and the other person's like, nah, I don't want to do that, or you like, oh, I'm not interested in that anymore, that's a sign too.
It was like ladies just like, Wives don't do that. I got the ring.
Yeah.
I got a lifelong membership.
Right.
So
But that's why I asked the question before though. Does she want to be married or does she want to be a wife?
well, the definition of a wife depends on the person.
Some people are all about the party. They're not about the wedding.
Oh,
They're all about the party, but not about being the wife.
Right.
Right. And let's be.
They want to get married. They don't want to be married.
Yeah.
That's like, people. I'm glad we're talking about this because people don't see the signs of a divorce, because they
blind themselves to it.
They blind themselves to it. They think it's like you could not tell someone that Barack Obama and Michelle Obama don't have a happy marriage because of what they see.
Hey, be careful, man.
But,
Yeah, don't talk about my people over there.
Did you know they had to go to therapy after they left office?
No.
No.
Why?
Because he is no longer the president of the United States. She is no longer the first lady. So therefore, she don't gotta follow the company line. I don't gotta.
He doesn't either.
This shit is all for the country. That shit gone. You ain't working for them no more.
I ain't think about that.
Yeah. So I'm going to be more voiceful. I'm going to be more vocal on shit I want to talk about.
But they're okay, right?
I told y'all that's the one that would hurt me.
That's the one that hurt me too, man.
If he or she see the signs, they okay. They did, so they went to counseling.
Is that why he went to the island? Because I think after Obama left office, we seen him for a minute.
They went to counseling during that time.
sense.
You have to continuously talk about where you are with your spouse and your partner because
You got to evolve your relationship.
they want to know that it's
evolve.
a safe space to tell you that instead of being because that's my issue. Like I've been told I don't have a safe space with you because I could tell you this, and when you come back at me, it's like you're defending how you are. So people don't often feel they have a safe space. So that's why they miss the signs.
Go ahead.
I got another one for you guys.
Yeah, then we got.
If you have more fun apart than together,
That's a sign.
that's a sign.
That's your signs, more.
No, I mean, when I first,
Your first marriage.
yeah. First marriage, yeah.
He was like, yeah,
It wasn't that I was having more fun because we had fun. It was just that I didn't have to deal with thinking for someone else. If I go out, right, and come in at 4 a.m, and no one's there, I don't have anybody to answer to. I'm not doing that. I'm just having fun. I wanted to go out. But if I do that with a spouse, I have to answer questions. And it could be like, yo, I just felt like staying out. And it's like, why you didn't have that conversation with me? So,
You just don't want to answer to anyone.
yeah, I just don't want to answer anybody.
All right, I call bullshit.
Why?
Because you don't want to answer to nobody, but you answer to 3 people.
Ooh.
And they all tell me, you know what they all tell me?
Boy,
Why should I tell you how you feel? How I feel? You're only gonna do what the fuck you want to do anyway. That's my issue. I do whatever I want.
at least you own it. I'll give you
So
that.
that's my issue. So
Yeah.
therefore,
Some people don't know their issue.
yeah, that's my issue. I do what I want. I don't really take into consideration the feelings of others because nothing bothers me. As well.
But so then, how can you come down on Gorm? He's doing what he wants.
I'm not coming down on going. He was. Drew's coming down. on
was
Gordon.
that you?
It was Drew.
I'm fucking Johnny Cochran with Gordon.
I'm trying to get them
Shut
blueberry.
that shit up. It's a party. You married right now.
I'm trying to get them blueberry muffins when I come down there. That's all.
Like, he is married right now. They married right now. The only difference is they didn't have the party.
Yeah, we got one more on the list here.
What's that?
Physical and emotional abuse.
That-
Some signs of that.
That you're heading towards divorce?
Yeah.
Let me see this.
Let me see your neck.
You know what it is?
Let me see the scar.
Let me see the scar.
I will say this. I was provoking her. I do sound like a bad woman.
So
Like,
you were
it's my fault. No.
so you were emotionally abusing her, then she physically abused you.
Whoop your ass.
We were having an argument, and I was in her face. I was like, yo, punch me in the face. Punch me in the face then. Bip, 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 bip.
Oh, she gave you the 2-piece, son?
Yeah.
Do you even remember what the argument was about?
Nope, he was knocked out after that.
Nah, I wasn't knocked out. It was about...
You don't
It
have to say it.
escalated to me
I hate that.
not hearing what she has to say. And then I have this... Because I'm listening, I have a blank stare. And she's like, you're not even here. I was like, what the fuck? I'm here. I'm listening to you. So it's like a no one. For me, I felt like it was a no one situation.
Should've walked away.
So it escalated, and then I was like, "Yo," he's like, "You ain't gonna do shit. Punch me in my face, then. Punch me in my face." And then she did more than that. But
So is that abuse?
That's abuse.
I think I don't think it's a sign of abuse, verbal and physical abuse, because verbal and physical abuse usually happens before the I do's. Like they've seen evidence of this person before. You don't think so?
No.
You think somebody starts whipping ass after they married?
Some guys
I think
do.
people on their best
Some guys
behavior.
do.
Some guys do?
Yeah.
I think people are on their best behavior, or they think they're gonna change the person.
Possibly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes people on their best behavior before they get married, and then when they get married, they feel like
I got you ready.
yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere.
Along those lines, do you guys remember the first time that you said something hurtful to your spouse? And then you remember how you felt after you said it? You like, dang, like Jamal said, you felt guilty, or you were sorry, you apologized. You know you headed for divorce when shit just rolled off the tongue and you got no remorse.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
That's a good one,
That's
G.
a good one.
I think that was number 12.
When you
I usually don't fight below the belt, but I do remember the first time I said, "Oh, I can't wait to have a divorce, get a divorce." I remember. I think I used the D word first.
Yeah, I usually don't fight below the belt, but when I do, it's some good shit I be saying, man.
Yeah, I don't mean it, but since I don't hit women, I say some nasty shit that'll get under their skin. I don't mean it, but I know it's gonna get under.
Is that emotional abuse?
That's verbal abuse.
verbal abuse?
And emotional.
I never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
It is.
So I was verbally abusive.
For me, I was snap. Yeah, you snap. Yeah. You
No,
verbal-
those are scars that are unseen and don't bleed. Like
And,
they're
and-
just
and especially the way women internalize things and coming from their partner and who
yeah.
they,
But the women are worse.
Wait,
verbal
so
abuse
that's
is worse
verbal
in the world.
abuse?
It
Like,
could
say,
be
for
if
example-
you saying some nasty shit to get under your spouse's or significant other's skin or to really dig her, like then yeah, that's
like
verbal
like some
abuse.
abusive shit I've said when having issues with with the mother of my children. I'll be like, you didn't have a father in your life, so that's how you know.
There you go.
That's a dig right there. You didn't have to go
You
further
don't
than
know
that.
the importance
You
of
ain't
a
have to
father
go. Yeah, I've
child
said some
That right there.
relationship.
That right
There you
there.
go.
Yep.
Yep, you don't know what it's like to have a daddy in the house. That's why you want to take my kid from me.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a dig.
I've never thought of it that way
You
before.
know what I'm saying? Now I didn't necessarily mean
And
it that way.
because you don't see blood, you don't consider it a scar.
Right.
But it is. You just deeped into her deepest. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
I feel like shit
because
right now.
because you know something
I-
about her.
I
You're
know,
using that as a
exactly.
weapon
Living as
to
ammo.
hurt
So
her.
put it like this. So anyone who's in love, right, basically knows their partner's insecurities,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So anytime you
Facts,
take those
facts.
insecurities and you
And use it as a
magnify it and use it as a weapon, you're fucking hurting the shit out of them.
Yep.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Damn.
And you
The
didn't
other
even have
thing
to
I
raise
would
your
add-
hand.
Go ahead.
I would,
Go ahead,
I would
G.
add to the conversation is if you ever seen your partner hurt and upset and crying or needing to be consoled or something like that, and you don't do it,
You brush it off. You're like, I'm tired of this crying shit.
right?
Like, oh my God. Like, yes, I
Like,
cheated.
oh,
It's like the 20th
Damn.
time. Damn.
20th time you cheated.
No, it's 20th time we're having this conversation. Because that's what happens. It's like it
Yeah.
numbs you. You continuously have the conversation about what you did and answer questions why, and then it numbs you and you want it to stop. So you say something mean, hoping that it'll stop, but you're really just hurting the person even more.
What if
yeah,
they're saying
that person starts to
something
break
trying to
down,
hurt
you
you?
just turn the other cheek.
What'd you say now?
What if there's okay, so their skeletons and their hurts, and they know yours. I just know myself as a verbal abuser, man. I feel
Yeah,
kind
you
of fucked up
are.
in the game.
You feel
son.
bad now, right?
You are. If you called her a bitch, if you said some nasty shit, if you brought up anything she told you in confidence, you verbally abused her. Now it might rub you the wrong. It don't stuff. They say stuff to me. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't hold on to stuff like
I
that.
don't get it because I know you're saying it just to bother me.
Right.
I'll give you that. Chess.
But that's what I was saying. Women handle or they take things differently, right? So like when you say that, like you said, Jamal, like you don't hit women, right? But
those
You know
comments.
how to
I
hit them
know how to hit 'em.
You know how to hurt them without physically hurting them.
You know you're not gonna put your hands on her, but
I learned
if
something
you
today.
say that one thing that you know is gonna hurt
But
her.
the same thing with women too. Like they can't physically hurt you.
Right.
So what's the next best way to physically hurt you is to cut your ass down with their tongue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're great at that.
They're very good at it.
So is that abuse?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
Don't
it is.
respond to them.
But no guy's gonna go into court and say my wife verbally abused me because you're gonna sound like a pussy. You're not gonna say it. You're just gonna shut the fuck up and go to therapy.
It's true. It's true. All right.
Yo, do you hear this?
All right, listen. We got like 17. We got to wrap this up now. We got like 17 reasons for divorce here. You want to close us out?
Yeah, I'll close this out.
All right.
All right, guys. So thank you for listening to The Lame Show. Follow us on all social media. Listen to all our episodes from your favorite podcast platforms. And interact with us on social media. Right now, if you want to support us, you can buy us a drink and support the show. Head over to buyusacoffee.com/lame show. We're accepting sponsorship as low as $5 a drink, $10 a month. And we also got merchandise too. You can find that on our social media page. Go buy yourself a shirt and pick your own color.
Lame show.
Lame Show. See you guys next week.
The Lame Show.
All right, peace.